Good morning, Pulsicans. How are we doing today out there in Pulse Chain land? Are you guys getting fudded out? Are you guys cheating your bags? I hope not. We are in still the lull season of Pulse Chain. I see we have made some lower lows. Who knows if we'll hit those price targets that Pip Sniper was talking about. He was saying Pulse Chain could go down and hit 4027. Pulse X could hit 4012. Inc. $1. I think it was $1.18, and then Hex was like three tenths of a penny. So we'll see. I mean, we're very close to those levels now. We're obviously closer to the bottom than the top. And so we are just kind of hanging out here. I am waiting on my next DCA to see if we do hit those price targets. Maybe we don't, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I have a bag. I have a nice bag. But if we do go down and hit those price targets, that's where I'll probably throw in my next DCA. So I'm just going to hang out and wait till then. And there's not a lot going on out in crypto land. It seems like it's very boring. This is what they call rec timber. Who knows if rec timber is going to play out this time around, or if we see a green monthly candle on BTC. It's very interesting. I was watching Hans today, and he talked about the lunar eclipse. And I know we've talked about that on the show before on what we think about that. A lot of times the price moves, between these when these eclipses happens. And he was looking at the last cycle when these two lunar eclipses. We have two lunar eclipses coming up. One on September, I think it's September 16, 17, and then another one in like October 3rd. And the last time that happened on the last cycle, price started moving up on Bitcoin. And we're talking about Bitcoin, right? Like we started seeing some green candles in between those two lunar events. So we'll see if that plays out this time. It's a little bit of like copium, if you will. But either way, I do believe that there's greener pastures come October, November, December. I still think that altcoin season is is still waiting for us, and if it's not, then obviously then we're going to be DCAing all the way till middle of 2025. So we'll see, guys. I don't know, but I know why you guys are actually here, because you like to see the secret chart. Let's present the secret chart here that nobody really talks about except for like Hans. I see Hans talk about it, but this tells us where we're at, in my opinion, as far as Pulse goes in our ecosystem. Let me see if you guys can see this. This is, let me make it larger. Maybe that will help with my deck screener. Never wants to work right when I'm streaming, and I had this set up for you guys. There we go. There we go. As you can see here, guys, if I measure Pulse against Ethereum, it's very interesting what I see here. I mean, we've been running sideways since May. I mean, this is crazy. We're all the way to September now. And it hasn't broke this trend. In fact, it's very small candles, made support. Anytime it's wick below it, it's came back up. And so it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, I'm anticipating somewhere in, obviously in October-ish, could be November-ish, who knows, that we start to see this thing break trend. We would want to see some price structures down here. We've already seen some W's kind of print. Right here's a W. It's trying to move out of the zone, but it just hasn't yet, right? When the one time it really popped out, it got sold down. So we'll see what happens here. I think this is the most important chart of all the ecosystem. And this is the one we need to keep our eye on if we really want to know what's going on. And when this thing breaks out, I think that's when it's freaking game on, when things are going to get really interesting. And so let's just keep our eyes on this, guys. I mean, this tells you where we're at, literally. I mean, and if ETH's not moving, then obviously we're not going to move. If ETH does move and we hold this trend, then we start moving. And maybe when we start breaking out, and maybe that's when the leverage play really starts to take off, is when Ethereum starts moving. But it's just not moving yet. And so, yeah, it's interesting to see where we're at. But a lot of FUD, a lot of people cheating their bags, and they're looking at their own charts. In my opinion, they're looking at it versus the dollar. The versus the dollar for me in my portfolio, that just tells me where I need to start planning my next DCA. That's all it really tells me. For real sentiment, though, or where we are going in the future of this cycle is that's on the Ethereum chart. It's not on the dollar chart, in my opinion. I mean, there he is. I mean, obviously, Pulse is printing a big giant W. So is Pulse X. I mean, there's there's all kinds of Wyckoff patterns being formed. If you guys watch Pip Sniper, he goes over that stuff. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of what's going in crypto. It's kind of very boring. I'm going to actually do a little talking today about the show title because I feel like this translate into crypto. It definitely translate into entrepreneurship. It translate into everything in our lives, our families, our loved ones, our relationships. But I feel like it's very important as investors, if we want to become a millionaire here and a millionaire here, before becoming a millionaire here, we need to start tackling and working on these type of things. It's called personal development. And the one thing that really is one of the most important things in the entrepreneurial world is your thoughts will dictate your feelings. So like what you dwell on all day is going to create certain feelings in you. And so, for example, if you're staring at the dollar chart all day long and you're on Twitter all day long and you're dwelling about, oh, I'm 80% down, I'm 90% down, or in hex terms, if you round trip from last cycle, 99%. I don't think everyone's down 99%, guys. Everyone's been dollar cost averaging in. They bought at different times. But if you're dwelling on these things and you're creating this negative feeling inside you, well, what do your feelings end up doing? Well, your feelings dictate your actions. And so what happens is that's why you see people selling the bottom, because their thoughts dictated their feelings and their feelings dictated that action. It's plain and simple. And this is everything in life. And I know you guys have heard me say it before on this show, is that everything in our life is our fault, right? So like the money you have in your bank, it's your fault. It's my fault, the money I have in my bank. Where I live, that's my fault. I live in Puerto Rico, live in a pretty nice house, got a really beautiful family, a very beautiful family. And it's great out here besides when the power is out. And even that's my fault because I could go buy a generator and buy solar panels and fight against the infrastructure of Puerto Rico and be on my own infrastructure. But I haven't yet, so I have to suffer when that goes out. But everything in your life is a result of what the title of the show is today, guys. So if your whole life you've been a very negative, angry person and you've just been a very, asshole, very just it's everyone else's fault kind of attitude, playing the victim role. Well, those are negative thoughts. Obviously, you're going to create negative feelings, and feelings are powerful, guys. Don't underestimate feelings. Feelings are like, man, that controls us. Because once we start feeling something, then that's where we take action. In fact, there's in sales, this is one of the greatest part about sales. Everybody buys and sells off of human emotion. So when you see something, you getting an emotion first that you might want to buy, right? See something you want to buy. Say like maybe it's a Lamborghini. You see a Lamborghini, your initial is an emotion. That initial that you want to buy that car is a feeling that you're getting. It's an emotion that you're getting, and then your brain will come in and rationalize or justify on how buying that car makes sense. And that's how you end up making the purchase. And this is everywhere in sales. In fact, if you want to be good at sales, you want to be able to control the conversation where you're able to guide their emotions. And where towards the desired outcome, which is the sale, right? The close. It's everywhere in life. So like your feelings are going to be dictating on how you react in the real world, whether it's little actions that you're not noticing or big actions like cheating all your bags, right? That are going to affect your outcome now and what your life looks like. So like once again, I mean, everything in your life is your fault. So the job you have, even if you have a 9 to 5, well, are you happy there? Are you making enough money there? Do you feel valued there? I mean, that job is your 100% your fault. If you're not feeling valued there, or if you're not making enough money there, it's not your boss's fault. It's not the CEO's fault of that job. It's your fault because you went and got that job, and your thoughts dictated your feelings dictated your actions led you to that job, and you're staying there. It's your fault. It's completely 100% your fault. And if you love everything about it, then that's also your fault too. The good part about 100% responsibility in our lives is that we get to take responsibility for the good stuff too, not just the bad stuff. We have to take responsibility for the bad stuff, but we get to take responsibility for the good stuff too, which is amazing, right? Like I got 2 daughters, my youngest is a 3-year-old. They're absolutely wonderful, and I get to take responsibility of that. Those daughters are here because it's my fault. I love that. That's awesome, right? And I had help from God and help from my wife and everywhere else, but like everything in your life at the end of the movie is because of this. Even your health, right? If you're 50 pounds overweight, you have high cholesterol, maybe you're pre-diabetic or diabetic. I mean, these things are your fault. The actions that you took to get there, over the course, maybe it took 10, 20 years to get to that place of eating bad foods, not working out. All these things are because of us. And so if we start to recognize this and understand and break down how to reprogram the brain, basically, which is a great book I recommend, guys, for reprogramming the brain and changing your thoughts and feelings, is Dr. Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's the name of the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I'll put it in the chat here. If you guys want to look it up yourself. And he talks about all the things I'm talking about right now and how to start changing those things. And obviously it starts with your thoughts, right? And I remember when I was a kid, someone told me like, well, you need to control your thoughts. And I was like, how do you control your thoughts? Your thoughts just kind of happen. Well, they don't. They really don't unless you allow them to just always happen randomly, but you control them. You can 100% have control over your thoughts and what's coming into your brain, what you're thinking about. If you got something negative coming in, you can immediately kick it out, change the thought pattern that's going on in your brain. You have complete 100% control of your mind and body. Okay. And so this is the idea behind this. Let me put this in. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe. I think I'm spelling his name right. I can't remember if it's with an S or a Z. I think it's with an S. So it's close enough, guys. If you want to go and try to find that book's absolutely phenomenal. Made a big change and pivot in my life, in my entrepreneurial life. When I was practicing the meditations in this book, my business started consistently making 6 figures a month. And so this book is absolutely a game changer if you're trying to change the person you are and the person that you become in life. We're always ever changing. We're always becoming something. It's up to you what that something is. And so once again, this is why people in crypto, this is why I can relate this ideology to crypto, is because the guys who are here, who are beating the drum, who are diamond handing, they're dollar cost averaging these lows because they see the opportunity. They're able to step back and see the bigger picture on a bigger time frame. They put the pieces to the puzzle together. These guys are controlling their thoughts, which control their feelings, which dictates their actions, which they're dollar cost averaging in. They're not cheating their bags. They're not funning and fighting on Twitter. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Or if it's the exact opposite, it's, because it started with your thoughts. It all starts right here, guys, right? It's all right here. And you have control of that, 100% control of this, okay? Don't ever forget that. Yeah, sometimes the devil can get in there and put some evil stuff in there. I get it, right? We all get that, right? But it's up to you to control it. Remember that. It's up to you to control that and what you dwell on. It's what you dwell on. If a thought comes in there that's negative and you immediately push it out, it's fine. You're reprogramming the brain. It's when you dwell and sit there and think about it all day long. That's what conjures up the feelings that leads to the action. So something there for you guys today to think about. A book for you to read if you want to go and read it. I've read that book probably at least 3 times, maybe 4 times. I don't know. Great book. One of my bucket lists is to see Dr. Joe Dispenza in person. I've never seen him in person. He does these like live retreats. You have to book like 6 months in advance, and where they do all these meditations and kind of reprogramming your brain in person, which is really, really cool. So I like that. I want to go. It's on my bucket list. One of these days I'll do it when I get some time. So guys, this is really talked about and practiced in the entrepreneurial world, in the masterminds I'm in, talking about, it's part of personal development. It's really where the bucket it falls in. But man, it really ties in to investing. It really ties in to where we're at right now in crypto. And I can relate exactly this ideology, which helped me build a multiple seven-figure business right where I'm at in crypto and my investing journey with you guys. The same thing. So I just wanted to share this with you guys today. Like I said, I'm going to start integrating a little bit or weaving a little bit more entrepreneurial stuff, some more mindset stuff to help us kind of get through this bear, because it's one thing to come in there and like, oh, Pulse Chain's in 100x, Pulse Chain's in 100x all day long. It gets like boring. Like I believe that, but it's like you only do that so much. Like let's put some tools on the table that are tactical that we can pick up as investors and start utilizing today and start practicing today. Right. And not only better our investment journey and how our investment journey is going and what we think of it and how we're going to build our portfolio, but better our lives, our relationships, the money we make. If you guys want to start a business, that's amazing. I feel like that's what we're all here for, is to serve our fellow man with value, leading with value. Money is just an afterthought of all that. So like this stuff helps in every way, shape, or form, guys, including in crypto. So there's my little entrepreneurial mindset rant for the day. I'm going to visit the chat and see what you guys got to say. I'm sure you guys got some comments about this stuff. Yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of this. Red Squirrel, what up, man? Oi, how are you doing, bro? I saw you. I watched Tahan's stream today. As you guys see, I got a little cold from my daughter. My daughter's out of school. She got sick, and she gave us all the cold, but it's just a little cold. Yeah, man, I saw you had you used that, what was it called? It's the 9-inch team launched it. It's called Coin. Oh, God, I can't remember it, but basically it's the same thing as Pump.win or Fun or whatever that's called over on Solana. And you have a little squirrel coin over there, which is really cool, man. It looked like it was pumping extremely hard. So we'll see how that goes for you. Go Pulse X Win. What up, my man? Good morning to you. Good morning, or wherever you're at in the world, guys. Yeah, it's afternoon in Puerto Rico. When I used to do the stream in Arizona, it was morning. It was because Arizona is 3 hours behind us, and there it's 9 o'clock in the morning. What up, Ruth? How are we doing? Good afternoon, all. So yeah, Ruth, it's afternoon time. Maybe Ruth's over in the East Coast or in Atlantic Standard, which is where I'm at, Atlantic Standard Time. Oh, there's Tin Top. See that? There's the morning. He knows it's 9:20 921 right now in Arizona. So it's more. What's really cool about Arizona and Puerto Rico, guys, that I loved that when I moved out here is that neither one of them changed their times. So the rest of the United States, it's the stupidest thing ever. They'll move their clock forward or backwards. Arizona never moves their clock. Neither does Puerto Rico. So at any given time, I always know what time's in Arizona. I'm going to think about it. Or if I'm in Arizona, I don't ever got to think about it. I know time's Puerto Rico. I love that. I love that. Like I chose the two places out of all the United States that doesn't change their clocks because I hate that shit. I hate it. I adjust to it eventually, but I hate it. Like it's like, yeah, why we got to change the times like this? We're not farmers anymore. There's farmers out there, but you know, I'm a pulse chain farmer. I don't know if that counts, but I don't need the hour change for my yield farms. What up, Mr. Cripple 7? How you doing, man? 777 to you. Great channel, Energy and Alpha. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. I do what I can. If you guys aren't watching 7, you're missing out on a lot of great alpha. I've learned so much from watching his channel. He's very knowledgeable on markets in general, macro, which is what I love. And so we appreciate you, kind sir. Crypto Compassion. Hey, everyone. What up, my man? How are you doing? Seeing K4K shield some new shitcoin is more disappointing than the new lows of the charts. I haven't seen it, man, but I haven't been on Twitter that much today. I don't know what he's doing, but it's not the first, dude. I think he shield. I could be wrong about this, but I think he shield Titan X back in the last lows. So I mean, like that's just bottom signal, right? It's just there's nothing wrong with people buying other coins either. Like I don't do much of it. I especially in these lows. I like every DCA 100% of my money goes into RH tickers between the 4. And so even a little bit of EHEX. I didn't DCA in my last DCA in EHEX. So I think 2 ago. I think I got it like the 1-2 level, 1-3. It's down like 1-0 right now. So it's a little bit down. Not too bad. It's actually holding up quite well in comparison to PHEX, which is kind of interesting to watch. And it makes me think like, not a lot of liquidity over there. Seems like it's bottom versus everything else. I don't know. It can run hard. But yeah, I mean, everyone has a right to buy whatever the hell they want, man. And I'm sure he's got bags, and people buy and then they want to shill it, right? They want to shill it because they want everyone else to buy their bags. Like I get it, right? It's just part of the game. And yeah, I mean, he was way wrong about his Pulse X predictions. I think Pulse X is going to do phenomenal this cycle. From the bottom, from the bottom, it's going to do phenomenal. Like I say it all the time, guys. The SAC price is negated. It's gone. You have plenty of time to buy the bottom, these lows, the last SEC lows or these lows. I don't know if Pulse X will get back down to those SEC lows. It was 5 zeros and a 9, guys. When Pulse X rips and people are measuring, it's going to be measuring from those 5 zeros 9, not 3 zeros 1. That's a massive, massive difference. Massive, right? Pulse X at the 100X, like maybe the SAC guys, if they didn't buy again, maybe they get, I don't know what that is, 3, 4, 5X, I don't know, but it's that substantial. So like, yeah, guys, I mean, he was way wrong about that, and so like, yeah, and he thought the buy and burn would be a lot more impactful from the I guess the launch time. Of course, it's not. I think the buy and burn over time is impactful. I do. I love Pulse X, man. I think it's gonna do fine. In fact, my last DCA, the bulk of my DCA went into Pulse X. I think it's going to be just fine. Good morning. Total Life Hack added to the backlog. Yeah, man, if you really want to dive deep on that ideology and how it can change your life, and it will change your life, I promise you, it will change your life forever. Read the book, like I said, the Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. Absolutely amazing book. Brilliant advice, Corey. Yes, thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you. Frank, what up, my friend? I love Frank. Probably see Frank tonight. How to win friends and influence people is in the middle of an update to make it more modern. Oh, cool, man. The original book was great. I don't think it needs updating, but That book was phenomenal, man. It was probably, I would say, Frank, man, like the foundation book that you should read when you first become an entrepreneur is Think and Grow Rich. Like every entrepreneur should read that book first, Think and Grow Rich, and that's like the Bible, if you will. It's written in the 1920s by a guy by the name of Napoleon Hill. Absolutely phenomenal. And then right after that was, I think it was 1930s. Yeah, when they came out with How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's a great book on, if you're wanting to learn, how to kind of talk to people and get what you want, be good at sales, how to go through life with a lot less friction, I guess you'd say. Great book. I haven't read it in a long time, Frank. And if they do an update, let me know. I would reread it. Crypto Joe, what up? Hey to my favorite streamers. What's going on? Yeah, we got a couple in the chat here too, which is really cool. Always love seeing the guys coming over and supporting each other. Yeah, CoinQuest, man. Thank you, man. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name. The reason why I couldn't think of the name is because it's not very synonymous to the 9-inch branding, which I think they did that on purpose, which is I think it's good. They want a CoinQuest to be its own living, breathing thing, and just how the pump fund whatever thing is, or over there on Solana, which has brought most of the transaction volume to Solana. So United Kingdom over there. Oh, so you guys, you're not that far ahead of us. It's 12:30 here in Puerto Rico. It's afternoon. Maybe you're like 2, 3, 4 hours ahead. Yeah, CoinQuest. K4K was shilling PTGC, which is killing it. I bought at a bunch of zeros, 2.5, and it's up past parity with Pulse. Yes, it is, sir. If I had a bag of that, which I'm not going to say if I did or not, I may or may not have sold said bag because of the recent pump. Nothing pumps forever, guys. I think PTGC will be fine for the entirety of the cycle. It's shown to have community, obviously, but there is time to take profits on some of this stuff. And K4K shilling PTGC, in my opinion, is a little bit unethical because he's shilling the top of a chart of massive green candles. Can it go higher? Of course. But like, dude, man, I mean, you want to see a chart that I would shill right now? Let me see if I can bring it up. You guys are already gonna know I'm a shill. Like, it's not secret. Like don't shill the top of massive green candles. You get everybody wrecked. Like, let me bring it up, and I'm gonna share screen. This is the chart that everyone should be shilling. But I get it. Of course, it's Pulse Chain, right? Like, guys, shill the bottoms. Don't shill the tops. When something's done at 20x, like you're being unethical going out and shilling that everywhere. That's my opinion, man. I mean, like, and I've done it, guys. Like, look, I've onboarded people in this, let me reset this. Let's see if it will reset for me. Probably won't because I'm on. Oh, it's moving. Look at that. It might actually work for me. Come on, go all the way up to the top. Oh, this is against ETH. No, this is the Pulse Chain chart. Yeah, this last altcoin season. I mean, I got caught up in the trap of shilling and bringing people in over here in this part of the chart. And I mean, it was like a 5x up. Actually, in this area, it's like a 3x. I think up here was a 5x. But like, it's still, and it's just the wrong time to be onboarding. It's the wrong time, guys. Nothing wrong with PTGC. I think it's a great protocol, great founders, great community. I sold. I saw it. I sold. So I'll buy back when it dips. This shit ain't going to go up forever, man. Nothing goes up forever. Everyone thought about that GIF token too. GIF was going. Oh, it's the new tech. It's going to buy up and sell forever. Bullshit it, Will. Sold it. Sold it. Learning how to sell this shit, guys. You got to sell, go into the blue chips. That's what we're here for. You know, K4K shilling it, it's probably the top. Like, that's probably if I've ever heard a top, like, indicator ever, that's it. That's a top indicator. K4K shilling PTGC. So, yeah, my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. What do I know? I'm a dude on the internet. It's never financial advice. I just like coming on here and talking about what I do with my money, talking about some entrepreneurial stuff, talking about some real estate stuff, which we'll be talking about more about as we're moving along this market cycle. We're going to have Chris back on here in a couple weeks. I think we're going to have him back on at least like once a month to talk about that trust, where basically you could go in and sell your crypto. Literally, if you have a crypto bag now, that is for the guys in the United States. You make that clear. So for like Red Squirrel, Ruth, Crypto 7, it doesn't really pertain to you guys. But for anyone in the United States that's looking for ways to not pay the IRS when a time comes, there is ways of doing that. And one way, the charitable remainder trust, which there's community members that already have one of those. Actually, Chris can get charitable remainder trust too for a fraction of the cost. But that's one way of doing it. And then the other way is a deferred sales tax trust, which is what Chris has got going on. And what's really cool, guys, is in our community, we got a bunch of real estate guys, apartment syndicators, mobile home park guys. We got, self-storage unit guys. We got oil and gas guys in there. I mean, it's great, right? And we're going to be going into their deals come 2025. And so if you come into this trust, obviously there's some fees associated to it. Well, along with the trust, you could come in and participate in these deals. And so that way you don't only have the vehicle to save on the save on the taxes. It's deferring the taxes. You don't get rid of them. Make that very clear. You're deferring them. But that's powerful because you get to use the bulk of that liquidity into your next investment. And then vice versa, when you're going back and forth until you're ready to sell, and you sell what you want to sell. So say you want to take out 50 grand next year, well, then you just pay the tax on the 50 grand. So, but what's cool is that we'll be able to supply the real estate deals that you could go into and leverage your money with while we're sitting in the bear market, a true bear market hedge, true wealth preservation. That's why we're calling it the DeFi. The DeFi, I think we're calling it DeFi Crypto Preservation Trust. But I think we're tightening that up. We'll see. But this is truly a wealth preservation strategy, coupling with real estate. Real estate gets good passive income. It gets good appreciation. Nothing like crypto, of course, but it does get appreciation. And you preserve that wealth, and then you go into the syndications or funds that you can move in and out of. Not all of them are like that, but some are, where you can sell your position. There's different options. I don't know all the in and outs, but then you can get out of that said real estate trust or real estate deal, like a syndication, and then you could go back into crypto and the bottom of the bear. So 1 year after the Bitcoin top, you always see the Bitcoin bottom. Maybe it is Bitcoin that you should start buying first, because we learned that in this last cycle. And if you go back and look at the other cycles, it all pretty much held true. But yeah, now you're like, okay, I'm ready to start buying Bitcoin again. Well, now you come out of that trust, or you stay in the trust. You come out of that real estate deal inside the trust, and basically sell that position, and then buy your crypto position in and do all that with no capital gains. So once again, you're harvesting the power of the full amount of your liquidity without having to share it and give it up with the IRS. So it's really, really powerful tool, guys. We'll have Chris on more to talk about it. We got a little time to figure it all out, put the pieces together for you guys to book conversations with them and see and see if it's something that's the right fit for you. Might not be the right fit for everybody, right? I get it. I mean, I'm in Puerto Rico. I don't need it. Had I known about this before moving to Puerto Rico, though I've said this many times on stream, I would have probably have gone into that and stayed in Arizona and not moved my family. And yeah, that's nor here nor there now. I'm in Puerto Rico, and so I will go this route and not pay any taxes through the Act 60. So, but it comes with its sacrifices, as you guys know. I couldn't even stream yesterday because the freaking power was off. It went off too long. Yesterday it was off for like 4 hours. It wasn't too bad. So yeah, 10 tops. I buy tops, sir. Take my money. No shit, man. Like that's like literally K4K, bro. Like, dude. Oh my god, that's a perfect top signal, guys. Perfect top signal. Tops for win. I agree. If you rode the top up, you got to buy that bottom, kind of like Brett Bowers did. You got to buy when it's low in the depression and then sell the top. Otherwise, it's for the L. Red Squirrel. I don't know if I should read that on stream or not, but I'll read it. I'll refuse to pay tax to our current communist regime. Man, look for ways, man, to mitigate or not at all. From my understanding, like most countries have a tax shelter place you can live in that completely you waive your capital gains. I don't know where yours. I think you're in the UK somewhere. I don't know, or I don't even know where you're at, or Europe. I don't even know, dude. I know you're not on this side of the world. So look into your jurisdiction. Look into what you want to try to do it the right way. So that way, like, if whatever, I mean, for us, it's a 3-letter agency, right? Comes knocking on my door. I'm like, yeah, look, man, I'm good. Like, I'm good. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, I beat you the right way. I beat you at your own game. Okay. So that's the way I look at it. So be careful. Oh, yeah. 5-minute chart. How's Dane doing? It's been a while. Man, he's great. Was just on with him before we got on here. He's just taking a break from the streaming right now, guys. And so I'll be spearheading this for a while. I love the streaming. It's a passion. You know, I love connecting with you guys. I love coming on here and, providing value if I can. And it's fun. You know, it gets me pumped for the day. And so he'll be back on, though. As you guys know, we have a business together. And so this it frees him up time to work on things in our business that that lights him up inside. So streaming lights me up inside, and certain things light him up inside. So that's what we're doing right now. But he'll be back. Man, look at this guy, Fast Abdul with the Camel Clan. I'm angry but motivated. Normal day. I love that, man. If you can harness the anger and put it into productive use, man, that's powerful, bro. That's powerful. This is important. I agree. Can I join your syndication deals if I already have a trust and retain advice services already? Yeah, man, you can for sure, dude. But that's by joining our community, right? I tell people that the community is not the right fit for them now. With we're teaching all these real estate guys and entrepreneurs crypto, so we don't have a lot of massive value we can give you guys in the community. But when the market shifts, then we can, and let's have a conversation. And then obviously there's a cost to be in our community. We're entrepreneurs, we're capitalists. Everything we do, is there is a fee. But you can come in and then you'd have like, we have 230 guys, 230 of some of the best real estate operators in that community. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. So, I mean, the guy we just talked about the other day who were onboarding, you guys saw me post on Twitter, the Lambo is $480,000. He's bringing the Pulse chain. I mean, dude, he's a real estate entrepreneur. He owns car dealerships. I met him on the yacht mastermind. I mean, and he's in our community. I mean, this is who you're going to be rubbing shoulders with. And so, yeah, when you're ready for that type of investments, yeah, hit me up, man. Let's talk. Absolutely. 120%. That's what we're here for. Like I said, we want to use cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool. I think it's a great tool in that regard. And we want to use real estate and other real world assets as a wealth preservation tool because I feel like those assets are good in that regard. I don't think crypto is a good wealth preservation tool. I don't. I also don't think real estate is a great wealth creation tool. I don't. Because why do I think that? Because I did that. And I've created some wealth through real estate, but it's not a great tool in that regard. And the way crypto is, they're just tools, guys. They're financial instruments, and we need to learn how to use them. Don't get bought into all the FOMO of crypto that you need to stay here, provide liquidity, just put it in stable coins and yield farm and all the other shit that you're going to hear when the top comes. Use liquid loans, use, what's the other? Earn. And I mean, I love those protocols. I get it. But guys, no, like this is like, we want to create true legacy wealth for us, our family, kids. We want to break the chain, the curse of mediocrity in our families, and we are the ones that are chosen to do that. And if you're not careful, especially in this crypto asset class, you'll round trip and you'll lose it all again after wait another cycle. So keep that in mind. And that's why we're so passionate about real estate and real world assets coupled with crypto. Once again, these are just tools. We got to learn how to use these tools the right way. So you can DM me on Twitter, man. My DMs are always open on Twitter. You can DM me on Telegram too, but man, my Telegram's it's like so much garbage in there. Like I might not ever see it. But you could DM me on Twitter. Now, I mean, we have a Telegram group, and then we do calls, man. We do Zoom calls. Like we all get on Zoom calls. This is a full blown mastermind. In fact, we're going to have all these guys coming out to Puerto Rico probably next year, and we're going to, hopefully be partying at the top, right? Like we'll see. I'll tell you what I won't be doing at the top is shilling to everyone buy my bags, man. I'm going to sell. I'm going to be out, and I'm not going to be talking to nobody. I'm just kidding. I'll be talking to you guys. I love you guys. Love you guys. All right, where are we at right now? Rec timber or up timber? I don't know, man. We'll see. I got a sneaky suspicion that the second half of September is going to be up timber. Look, guys, that's just how I feel. I think because the market is always wrong. Here's the thing: the masses, not the market. I'm sorry, not the market. Market's not always wrong. Market's always right. The masses, the people are always wrong, and everyone's calling for rec timber. Everybody and their mom is on Twitter right now calling, and the influencers are calling for rec timber, except for Crypto 7. I'm not you actually called for up price action in September. Like, guys, like if everyone's thinking this is rec timber, then maybe it's not. Maybe we see some green candles by the end of the month. Maybe it's a week or two of more down, maybe only a week. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm ready. I'm going to keep DCAing, right? That's how you prepare. No round tripping, guys. Yeah, come on, man. Gosh. I feel like more people in crypto round trip than not. Great mindset video. Everyone wants to get rich quick instead of mentally that allows you to get there and keep it. That's a very powerful statement. Brown conservative. Once again, I've said it so many times. You got to become a millionaire here and here before you can become a millionaire here and keep it. You can become a millionaire here, but it's going to be gone if you haven't become a millionaire here and here. You're not going to keep it. That's a fact. Okay, thanks for the syndications to you. And yeah, we do have them, man, in there. Not so much Whole Foods, but actually like triple net leases and stuff like that. Apartment buildings. There was the last one that came through. There was I think it was like a 520 unit apartment complex out in Texas, paying like 18% IRR. It was great. IRR for you guys in the crypto world is yield. That's yield to you. So in the real estate world, it's internal rate of return. So I'm calling for rec timber so we can go up. Do it, dude. Let's do it. We all need to be wrong. I'm calling for rec timber then too. I need to be wrong, right? I'm wrong all the time. Like my bottom calls. I've been wrong on more bottom calls than I think anybody, because I'm like, man, this has got to be bottom. I'm going to DCA. Oh, shit. Here we go. Go lower. Crap. Well, No more bottom calls. Pip Sniper and Hans are saying 4027 for Pulse. So I'm leaning on them. Not that Hans calls a bottom. He's just saying these are levels. He's like, I don't call bottoms and tops. I don't want to put that out there. These are the levels. And so 4027. Yeah, 4027 is ideally what Pulse could be. We'll see. I don't know, man. Also, my ETHWell friend, he's like, hey, man, he goes, it's always like that. He's like, you got to have everyone calling for that price target. And what happens is it takes off before it hits it because everyone's waiting and the market leaves you behind. So we'll see. I don't know, but we're very close now. It's like, we're 4033. Good time to DCA, especially if you ain't got a bag. Panic, all is lost. I know, man. Cheat your bags. Go buy Camel. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I don't know. I know nothing about Camel. No idea. Right? I have no idea. I provide a little liquidity over on the 2 Fox. That's about it. I need to start upping my liquidity game in these freaking sideways markets because I opened up a pretty good size Pulse X and Inc. Liquidity position, and man, I love that position. And I actually put it in another protocol. You guys might not have heard of it. I guess I'll talk about it. I've talked about it before. It's been out for a year. It's been audited. It's called IMPLS, and it does like an auto compound on your liquidity position. Really cool. So my Pulse and Inc. is automatically compounding on top of each other, and then they also have their own little side token that they give you. So it ups your yield some. And obviously, guys, before you engage on anything, there's contract risk. We saw with stupid 9MM, the staking got rugged. You saw with Pulse Latina. So do your own due diligence. I'm not recommending anything. I am using it, right? My money's using it. I'm not recommending it to you, but IMPLS, I am using it, and I hope they don't have the same issues there. But they've been out for a year. Like, they've been out for a long time. And they're a copy of some protocol over on Binance. I laugh at your 18%. Yeah, but man, I'm in real estate, dude. I'm in real estate, bro. Like, dude, you don't understand. You don't understand. I use IRR for my dividend holdings as well. It's a great metric. Yes, sir. Absolutely. What's the average hold period of shopping plaza apartment buildings? Man, every deal is different, man. Every deal is different. I got a deal right now on the money and the development. So they build to sell, rent to sell, something like that. They sell to hedge funds. So they build up all the properties. They get them fully rented. It's not apartments; they're actual like townhomes. They get them fully rented or close to it, and then they sell that off to a hedge fund. And I'm in that, and I don't think I can exit. I think it was, I'll have to look. I think I had a minimum of a 1.5 year lock is what I had. And then they rolled into the next build to rent, and I could exit between there. But if you don't exit, then they just roll your position. I got to look into it. I haven't checked into that fund for a very long time. Hopefully it's not gone. it's there. But they're all different, man. Joe, they're all different. No, buy nuts. $60 for a nut. Well, dude, is it off of the coin thing? Why am I what? Let's see, guys, man. I got a cold and I can't think. I gotta scroll up in the comments, see the name of that thing. Coin. I want to call it Coin Telegraph, and that's not right. That's that other stupid Coin Quest. Yeah, there we go. Is it off CoinQuest? Aren't they supposed to remove it and put it on a DEX after it reached a certain market cap or something like that? I don't know. I think we might see a bounce around 56,500 for BTC looking at the 300 SMA. That's good. It's a good indicator. There is a strong resistance when it touches that line. It bounces every time we touch it. Yeah, we'll see, man. I hope so. I'm in the camp of Crypto 7 for this month. I am, but I've been wrong over and over and over again. Nuts up for squirrels. Retard die is a future of finance. Oh, geez, there's a retard die now. I just bought P die. Just kidding, guys. I've owned P die for a little while. It's a small little meme coin in my bag. Yeah. Specifically looking at the BTC Daily S&P 300. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, dude. Real estate pros legacy wealth I can hand down to my family. Like generations generate if I want. Like that's the real wealth preservation tool, man. All these millionaires and billionaires, they hold real estate for a reason. Now I will argue and say they didn't create some millionaires created their wealth with real estate. In fact, real estate made me a millionaire. They created their wealth through other means, though, most likely. Like you take, for example, like a Jeff Bezos. Now he's a real outlier because he's created Amazon, is one of the richest guys in the world. He created his wealth through Amazon. You don't become a billionaire most of the time through real estate, or even a millionaire, to be honest with you, most of the time, unless you're out there flipping houses or you're held for 20 years, something like that, then you could do it. But crypto, man, one cycle, you can become a multiple millionaire, take that money, lock it in with real estate. Man, there's not a better combination, in my opinion, for these two asset classes. I have a tweet that says, yeah, dude, but if everyone's saying that, or maybe we go lower. Corey's fighting. Be prepared for all scenarios, guys. I have no idea. I got no crystal ball. I'm here along the ride just like you guys. So there you go, guys. I'm going to get off now and go have some lunch. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, guys, we got 135 of you on here. And a lot of you guys are on Twitter, and I know Twitter's not accurate. But come over and smash the like. Hit the subscribe button on our channel if you like this content. If you like us, what we talk about with entrepreneurial stuff, personal development, the crypto stuff. We love crypto, obviously. We love the RH ecosystem. We're not maxis, but we do tend to favor. All my DCAs are RH coins right now. And in real estate and other real world assets, man. If you guys like this stuff, please hit the subscribe. Please hit the bell notifications. Get the word out there. Retweet it on Twitter for us. Get other people to watch, so we can bring them along for this ride and prepare them here and here to be a millionaire here. And on that note, guys, I am peace in out. Peace.